Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. And I am here to give you guys my thoughts on the latest chapter of Dragon Ball Super, chapter 54. I believe Son Goku arrives, and pretty much you can you can pretty much tell from the title what this chapter is going to be about. I mean, you should have already seen the leaks, and or at least I'm assuming you saw the leaks and from Dragon Ball Hype, which by the way, shout out to Dragon Ball Hype. And I just recently read the chapter, and I'm just here to give you guys my thoughts on it. So before we get into the chapter, if you like my content and if you want to support my content, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But more specifically, please consider subscribing. Help me get this channel to 1,000 subs. Help me monetize this channel so I can put any money I earn from that back into this channel, so you guys can get some higher quality entertainment. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get to the actual chapter. So, what are my initial thoughts on the chapter? Well, honestly, this chapter just it sort of reinforced the concerns I sort of already had for Dragon Ball, which is it's more of the same. It's basically more of the same, which sucks because it's even though I like the story, I like Moro. I think he's a pretty damn interesting villain. Definitely some of the best that we've had in a while. Definitely more interesting than Jiren. Although technically Jiren wasn't a villain. Jiren was more of an antagonist. But I guess he was sort of the main threat of the Tournament Power arc. And in this arc, it's Moro. And but in all honesty, the way they structure the arc, it's the same. We've already seen this before, and to me, it's kind of hindering me from just enjoying this story a lot more than I could have. Like, you introduce a new villain that actually poses a genuine threat to our main characters, and the threat that comes from him isn't just from the fact that, oh, his power level is higher than the main characters, which is something we've seen before. But now what makes him dangerous is sort of his abilities. And to me, like, that part of this arc, like the new villain, the new abilities that our main characters have to find a different way to counter against, to me, I think are the more interesting parts of this arc. But the things that are going against it, like, for me, are the fact that everything else are just sort of the same. Like, we've seen this before. Like, how many times have we seen villain gets introduced, villain kicks the shit out of the main characters go off to train, villain shows up at their wherever the main location is, other characters show up, fight against main villain or main villain henchmen, stall, main characters show up, kick henchmen, and then fight the villain, and then boom, they save the day. It's the same. We've seen this over and over and over again, especially with Dragon Ball, and it's getting to the point where it's exhausting. I mean, a lot of people, like, one of the biggest criticisms of Dragon Ball Super is that it's basically turned into the Goku and Vegeta show, and it's even more prevalent now. And something happened in this chapter that really just got on my nerves, which is the fact that Gohan and Piccolo got shafted in this arc. Like, are you telling me that they couldn't take out this one henchman, Sagambo, I think his name is? Are you telling me that you couldn't have at the very least let them take this guy out? Or even if it's not Piccolo, are you telling me that Gohan alone, at the where he is now, isn't strong enough to take this guy out? I mean, come on. Come on. You could have at least given him that. But no, it doesn't happen. It's just it's the usual. Goku shows up, everybody's praising him. He takes the guy out, and now he's about to face Moro. Now, okay, look, it wasn't all bad. I do gotta look, just like with every one of my reviews, I will talk about the positives as well as the negatives, and I've already mentioned a bunch of negatives. So let me talk about the positives. I like the artwork in this chapter. Like, I thought the artwork was good. Like, it's definitely, well, the one thing I will give praise to Toyotaro is that his paneling is starting to get better, because that was my biggest problem with his work in the manga. Sorry, struggling to find the words for a bit. is that his panels or his pages have always been busy. Like his paneling needed work. And to me, if I look at this chapter and compare it to his earlier work, it's like night and day. It's way better than it used to be, which I am really happy about. And it's not like his art was bad, it's just it needed improvement. And when it comes to some of the other positives, I mean, no, I think that's it. Everything else is just, it was either meh or just bad. And something happened in this chapter that I thought was kind of weird. Um, Goku went Super Saiyan Blue, and Moro acted as if he hadn't already seen it. And when I saw that, I was kind of weirded out. I was like, wait a minute, Moro, you did see Super Saiyan Blue before. The first time you fought them, didn't they go blue, or was it just God? Because I distinctly remember them going blue. Yeah, yeah, Vegeta went Super Saiyan Blue against Moro, didn't he? So he's seen Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan before, Super Saiyan Blue, and yet now he's acting like he's never seen it before. And I just thought that was weird. So, like, again, I'm not gonna. I didn't discuss or I didn't talk about what the overall plot of the chapter was because, again, you could already tell what happened just from the title alone. Goku shows up, takes care of everyone, and now and by the end of it, he's about to fight Moro. And something interesting that happened lately is that Goku apparently learned. It seems like he's learned how to activate Ultra Instinct at will now. Like he can just turn it on and off, which to me is like, okay, so if he gets access to Ultra Instinct at any point in time, like what's to stop him? Like when like even back in the Tournament of Power, like okay guys, think about this. Goku on his own could do nothing against Jiren. Like even in his blue form, at his most powerful, in the anime it was Blue Kaioken, in the manga it was like perfected blue. Even then, Jiren just wiped the floor with him. He could do nothing. But then the second he went into Ultra Instinct and MUI, like he could all of a sudden fight against Jiren. Which so, to me, it seems like the second you go into Instinct Omen and then MUI, it instantly evens the playing field. Like this is an insanely hack ability. And now you're telling me like Goku can just activate it at will. Like how are you supposed to move the story forward? Like you're gonna have to find a way to introduce a new threat that even something like Ultra Instinct is gonna have trouble against. And to me, like now I'm wondering like, okay, so what does this mean? Goku's just gonna take out Moro now and Vegeta? Like there's no point to him even being there? Like, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think Toyotaro will do that. I don't think he would have taken the time to have Vegeta go to Yardrat and, like, do all that training only for him to show up and say, okay, where's Moro? Oh, I already took care of him. And it's just supposed to be, like, a joke ending. I genuinely hope they don't do that because it would be really disappointing if they did. And something else I kind of want to talk about when it comes to this chapter is something that happened with Gohan, Piccolo, and Goku. Is Goku shows up and he see this is the thing that pissed me off. So in his base form alone, like he's fighting Sagambo, and Gohan and Piccolo, like Gohan, this entire time he hasn't even gone Super Saiyan. He hasn't gone Super Saiyan 2, and he hasn't even, like, as far as we know, he isn't even utilizing his ultimate form, which to me is just kind of weird. So I don't even know, like, was Gohan ever going all out? But then lately, we get this moment where Goku's apparently moving so fast and he's beating up Sagambo like it's nothing. And, like, Piccolo makes a comment saying that he's apparently gotten so strong to where now he's moving so fast, even our eyes can't keep up with him. And he even makes a comment saying, like, what's the point of doing all this training if we can't even defend the Earth on our own? And it's just, I'm sitting here wondering, like, it's just, are you even going to make Gohan irrelevant now? And it's just it sucks because it's confirming that moving forward it's just gonna be more of the same. It's just gonna be the Goku and Vegeta show, and to me, I don't want that to happen. Like, why are you even bothering bringing in characters like Gohan, Piccolo, 17, 18? Oh yeah, by the way, they got their asses kicked in this chapter too. By the way, so what's the point of even bringing them in here, other than I guess cheap fan service? Oh yeah, I guess they did kind of help take out 7-3, but then the second that happened, like, bro, get the fuck out of here. What are you even doing here? I don't know. I mean, it's just like it's getting harder for me to be invested in the story moving forward. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering why I haven't been doing my chapter reviews lately, it's because of stuff like this. Like, every time I read it, all I keep thinking is, like, dude, I already know how this is gonna end. Like, you're just gonna do the usual. You're just gonna do the usual. Goku and Vegeta are gonna show up, and they're just gonna save the day and fuck everyone else. Like, okay, you made your mandatory appearance. Now go, get the fuck out and leave the stuff to the real heroes. Fuck your fans who've been waiting to see you all this time. And look, for all I know, maybe this arc will end differently, which I hope it does. And if it does, I'll make a video apologizing for all of this. But so far, at this point, I don't know. It's just this is one, like I said, this is why I didn't want to do my reviews of Dragon Ball Super lately, because initially I planned on reviewing every chapter, but so far, like, the way the story goes, it's just I feel like every time I start talking about it, I'll just get depressed, and it's just kind of like what I'm doing in this chapter. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. Those are just my thoughts, okay? Those are just my thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments section down below. What did you guys think of this chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? If you do, let me know all of that in the comment section down below. And again, before you go, if you like my content, if you want to support my content, like, share, subscribe. More importantly, the subscribe button. Help me get this channel to 1,000 subs. And again, thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. And I hope you join me on my next one. Bye.